here's how I started making my first $10,000 online. Peace. Oh, please keep in mind that it's obvious. So I started making my first $10,000 online. The journey started in 2020, at the end of 2020. So in the very beginning of 2020, I had my first full-time job ever, and I got laid off due to COVID, right? And so after that, like, I just wanted to find my own way of generating money, because, like, you know, during COVID, like, first of all, you couldn't even get a job, right? You can't even get a job. So it was a good opportunity for me to be like, okay, well, now I can kind of like take things into my own hands and at least attempt something that I'm really passionate about, like something that I really care about, like something that I have a lot of interest in, right? So towards the end of 2020, one of the things that I was most passionate about was music. You know, I still am. I still make my own music. Opvious. I make spiritual hip hop, rap, and so I've been making music for years at this point. Like, by the end of 2020, you know, I was probably making music for like 5 to 6 years at this point, just making my own music. And so I knew that, you know, I want to do something with music. Like, I could try something out with music. So what I did was at that point, I found out a good technique for mix and mastering my own music. So I finally, like, in 2020, found out how to make my music sound really crispy, like really clean. Before that, it wasn't as clean, really. So at this point in 2020, when I got my music sounding to where I really liked it, I'm like, you know, this is something that I can make money off of. Like, I can mix and master pretty well, in my opinion. Like, you know, I've gotten good comments about it. I'm like, this is something that I can do. Like, so many people need mix and mastering, so let me just try to to mix and master music for other people. So that was the first thoughts that I had for you know, making money online. So what I did was I went on a platform called Fiverr. You may have heard of it. And I figured, you know, it's basically a platform for people to pay for services that they need, right? So, and on this platform, you know, a lot of people need certain services like mix and mastering, right? There's all kinds of different services that people pay for on the platform, like graphic design and all that kind of stuff. But mix and mastering was my entry. So I made an account. I made an account and I made a like a Fiverr gig for mix and mastering, and I made it really, really clean. Like, I made it look super professional. Like, I made all the text on my gig look really clean, and I made a little video and put my own music as like samples so people can hear what it sounds like if they were to get their songs mixed and mastered. And so, like, I did that, and I immediately, like, I believe it was the same month I posted my mix and mastering gig, I started getting people hit me up, and I was like, I was so happy. I'm like, this is crazy. This is something I wanted to do, make money at, and now I'm getting people hit me up. And then I locked in orders. I started locking in orders left and right, and I was just pricing it really low. Like, I was pricing it super low because it's like, I just want to get my foot into the door, right? And that's something I really recommend for anyone who's trying to make money online at the very start. It's like, you know, just charge it really low because you're just trying to get, you know, some traction going. You're trying to get some results. And so that's what I did. And I started getting a lot of orders, and I was like pricing it super cheap. Like, if you know mix and mastering, like a really good mix and master is gonna cost you over $100, at least over $100, right? I was charging like $30 for a mix and mastered song. It might have been even lower. Like, it might have been even like $25 for some of my first ones. Like, but it was somewhere around that price point. And so I was getting really great feedback, 5 stars. People were really digging how I was engineering their music. And so, I started slowly increasing my prices. So my price was like, maybe it was $25, then it was like $30, then it was like $35, $40, excuse me. And then I worked my way finally up to $50, but it did take a while to get up to $50. Like, it took a while, but I was mixing and mastering. And I was getting paid left and right. I don't remember how many orders it was. Like, if you're interested in this, like, if I see people are like really into it and want to see like a detailed breakdown, like how much I was getting paid like each month or whatever, like, I can do that. I can make a video about that and like go more in depth about my like step by step and stuff like that. But anyways, I was getting gigs ordered for mix and mastering. And then another thing is the second thing that I started doing was I started to I made a gig for running ads for musicians, because here's another thing. So I think it was like early 2020, maybe. I can't remember the exact timeline, but before all this, I was running ads for my own music, because I'm like, if I got to get my music out there, I see people are having great success with running ads to get a lot of streams. So I did a little bit of that. I ran some ads for some of my songs, like Dreams Come True, I think Solar Flare as well, and some other songs, whatever. And I was getting a lot of people streaming, like, and the most I really spent on my own music for like running ads was like 1,000 or more. Like, nothing crazy, but like what happened was, when I did run my ads, it spiked the algorithm and I got some good traction from my song Dreams Come True, and I was just getting really good cost per stream for my other songs. So this was a skill that I had developed, right? So as you can see, like, the theme for all of this and like how I was making my first $10,000 was I was building up skills, right? I had skills that have already been built up, and so I monetized my skills, right? So I made a gig for running ads for musicians, any kind of musician. And I saw also that there was like not too many people doing it. Like, it wasn't like a crazy amount of people doing it. And the people that were doing it, I mean, it was like nothing that really like stood out to me. Like, I was like, I feel like I could do better than the other people who are on Fiverr running ads for musicians. Like, I'm like, I think I can do this better. And so I also come from a marketing background. Like, I finished school, I finished college with a marketing background. Not like that, with a marketing degree. Not like that even means anything. But I was just really fascinated in marketing, right? And so I started getting gigs ordered for running ads for musicians. So I started getting some pretty good traction. Like, in my first month of doing the mix and mastering for people. Okay, so yeah, it was October. Like, I didn't make too much there. It looks like it was like $40 or something like that. And then the next month, November, it looks like I made over like around $200, a little bit more. And then the third month of mix and mastering, I made $600 with my mix and mastering services. So it was, it was really ramping up. So that was why I decided, I'm going to start running ads for musicians. And so that's what I did. I started getting some really good traction with that. And then like something crazy happened. So in November, so this is my second month of my second month of making money online, this is the craziest thing in the world, right? So I sold a beat to Nike. Okay, like pretty wild, and like actually came out of nowhere. And one of the hidden reasons for my success and like making money online is because I was manifesting it. Like literally I was doing affirmations and putting myself, my mindset into a place where it's like, yeah, I make money online and I'm abundant, like, and money comes to me from expected and non-expected sources. Like money just comes to me all the time. Like I was saying things like this and writing it down and just doing these affirmations daily. And that was a big one for me at that time, was money comes to me from expected and non-expected sources. And I was saying that a lot. And that, like, this is so crazy. Like, this is so crazy. I sold a beat to Nike. So just to give a little bit of more context about that, I didn't really make much money with my music and selling beats. I mean, before this, like I wasn't selling beats at all. Like I wasn't selling beats at all. I had just put up all of my instrumentals on some random website. And, just honestly, I just wanted people to use it for free. Like literally, I wanted people to just use my music for free. So that way they can put in their YouTube videos and just promote my music. And literally someone from Nike who's like in charge of whatever, they found my old instrumentals. And like, this was such a bad beat. Like it was like not good. Like this is like my early music, like music that I was just learning the ropes from. And somehow I got hit up and I sold a beat for $2,000. Like absolutely mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. It was one of the craziest experiences of my life. Like it came out of nowhere. I got paid like more than I ever have gotten paid for a beat or instrumental. Like I might have sold a beat just kind of randomly for like $15 other than that, and that was it for like selling beats. So that came to me like literally so that was the second month of me like trying to make money online. So as you can see, like mindset, and not even just mindset, but like literally by starting to bring abundance into my life, through affirmations and stuff like that, manifestation techniques, I was able to sell a beat like for $2,000. But that was kind of lucky, right? It was so lucky. It was like the luckiest thing ever. But that was another affirmation I was doing at the time too. Was like, I am lucky. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I was attracting the things that I was saying to myself, the things that I was manifesting. Like, it literally happened. So after that, yeah, I was selling ads for musicians, and I was getting really good traction with that, because a lot of musicians, like if they need to take control of getting their music heard, they run ads. They can make content, but content is a way trickier game to get a lot of streams from. So I was running a lot of ads for musicians, and it was going really well. People were really pleased. I was getting 5-star reviews, and things were really just taking off. So fast forward to June 2021. I saw a YouTube video that popped up on my screen, and it was this guy, Iman Ghazi, and he was saying how like you can make $10,000 a month with a marketing agency. And I was just binging his videos, and I was like, wow, this is insane. Like, I'm into marketing, like I'm running ads for musicians, but it doesn't pay a lot. Like I was only charging like I don't know, like $75 maybe, something like that, to run someone's ads for like a month or something. Like it was like so little. And then I, eventually worked up to like $100 and like $200. But for a while there, I was charging low, like $75, and then inched my way up to like $100 just to set up someone's ads and manage the ads on a monthly basis. Usually people musicians wouldn't really like stick around too much because they don't really have big pockets. So I saw this video and it literally like changed like everything for me, like because I was like, this is wild. Like for some reason in the past I thought that I couldn't pull this off, like having like a big business for myself, or like I don't even think, like I thought like marketing agency was anything that I would be doing. Like I didn't think it was really possible for me, so I just shut it out of my mind like a long time ago. But once I saw this video and I just saw how like simple he was making it, I was like, dang, this is insane. So I decided that this is something that I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to reach out to people, local businesses near me, and run ads for them. And so this is also so wild because literally I pulled up Google Maps and was looking at what local companies near me and like companies that I could run ads for. I found this one company near me, and it was a place that I drove by pretty frequently. So literally I just wrote up an email, which is probably pretty laughable, like how I wrote that email. And I think I started that email with a joke, like the first line was like a joke, and I was like, I drive by your business here all the time, and it was, I can run ads for you and I can help you sell your products. So I sent that email out. And then I sent out like 10, 20 others or something like that. And then like immediately, maybe a day after, or maybe it was the same day, like, but pretty quickly, I got a response from that business owner to meet in person. So literally the first email that I ever sent out to a company to provide marketing services for, I was getting a sales call from that first email. Or not even a call, it was a meeting in person. So like I was literally shitting bricks because I had never sold a client on marketing services. Like, yeah, I did in the past. I did part-time social media management for a business nearby, but it was like a job, right? Like I was going in, I was doing part-time for a salon, doing the marketing. So I didn't really see that as like, like making money online or anything like that. And that was a job. So this was like a client. And so I had the meeting with the guy. I was like dressed up real nice in a suit. And I was telling him, like we can probably spend like this much. Like I didn't really know. Like I did a lot of research on like how much to charge and like how to set up ads properly. I think it was actually around this time. I think I can't remember if it was before this or after, but I did buy a course for like $500 to get clients and how to run ads for clients. So I don't remember if it was like before or after. I can find out, but I was studying a lot, like how to run these ads, and so I closed the guy. And he paid me $750 in cash up front. Like wild. So wild. So now I was going to be running his ads and getting paid $750 a month in cash. And like when you get this money in cash, I know this is about like making money online, but I'm kind of like giving you my whole story of how things progress. But when you get paid $750 in cash, it is like the most like crazy thing, like to do it yourself and to get like a client to pay you like in cash. Like you're holding, like I was holding this wad of cash in the car, and I was like just flabbergasted, just literally mind blown, like how I just got this client and he paid me $750 in cash. It was insane. So it changed absolutely everything for me. It changed absolutely everything for me. So I got this client, but I think after that I did reach out to like other people, and I don't think it really worked out much, like getting other clients. It didn't really work out too much. But I had this client, I had him for a little bit, and it was also super wild too, because we had this trip planned. So I literally landed this client in June, and then we had a trip planned to go to Florida. And so like I landed this client, and now I'm gonna have to deliver really great results for this guy. And I was about to be going to Florida to engage, to propose to my now wife. And so it was wild. So I was in Florida, and I was like, during any downtime when we were in the place we were at, I was like running the ads, like managing it, like making sure things are like looking all proper. And I ended up like hiring someone. I don't even know where I found this guy. Like I ended up hiring someone to help me run the ads for like super cheap. Like I don't even remember how cheap, like I don't know, like 150, 200, 250. I don't remember how much I paid him. But excuse me. But I ended up hiring this guy just to help me out, because like this is my first like legit client for myself, and I want to get someone who can just help me have some other like set of eyeballs and help me manage this guy. So I had someone else helping me with this whole thing. Oh my god, how did I forget this? And we ended up also like making him a website. Actually, like I actually totally forgot about that. But with the ads, like we actually also made him a new website too, and that was pretty crazy because I haven't had like crazy experience with making websites, but we made him a really nice website. And the reason why I was able to do that is because I hired this guy to help make the website, because he had a good experience with it, like not like anything crazy, but like he had experience with it. So I had this guy helping me, yeah, we were running ads for him for like a few months, and then really like we had made a big sale for him, but it just wasn't really working out too great. Like we probably needed to do some more stuff, like running retargeting ads, and like I was gonna do that, but then it was kind of like a little too late. So I was just kind of looking for what other ways I can make money online. And I was blowing up on social media at this point. I had been going viral a lot. And so another thing I was doing was my TikTok was blowing up. So, and I found this platform that will pay money if you use a musician's song in the TikTok. So I signed up, and I was like seeing a bunch of musicians who needed some promo for their songs, and I was getting a lot of these musicians, like, and I was getting paid. Like it was like sometimes it was $30, sometimes $50, somewhere around there. But it was like a bunch of orders around that much, like $25 to $50, like around there. So, and there was like new ones like every single day of different musicians who needed to get their music promoted. So I was just promoting a ton of different musicians on my TikTok account. So that's how I made around like $2,000 promoting people's music with my profiles. And ultimately I got banned from the platform because they didn't like the kind of content I was making. Cause I was posting people's songs, but I was like posting some conspiracy stuff and like some really trippy stuff, and they're like, yeah, your account doesn't qualify anymore, like we don't like your content, so you're banned from the platform. So there I was, like I made $1,000 here in like a month, then I made like another $1,000, so I made like over $2,000, and it was going smooth. Like it was like every day I was just making TikToks all day, like mixing, mastering, running ads for musicians. So I was doing all these things at once, just building up my money. And so at this point I'm like, like over 5,000 or 6,000, something like that. And Reels, Instagram Reels had just posted a feature where you can get paid for posting Reels, for just posting Reels, right? Literally. So so I was going pretty viral at this point. And so I was posting some of my most viral content on Instagram Reels, and I was getting paid. Like here I'm looking at a screenshot right now. So I got paid like $111. Then it was like $365 one month, and then another month was $100. Then another $100 another month. Then $160. Then one month I got paid $1,200. Another month I got paid $1,000. Another month I got $259. And so I was getting paid from posting just Instagram Reels. So I made like 3.4K from just posting Instagram Reels. And so literally by just like doing all these things, I had made my first 10K. And actually, wait, I might be missing something. I think at this point I had pretty much made my first 10K. Yeah, I made my first 10K at this point. And then to just keep, keeping this going, I also went to Upwork. That was another platform to make money online. And so I started an Upwork account so I could sell my services for social media management. So I got a few clients like really cheap, like $60, just to make some work on some content. It was like 2 hours. So I actually charged like $30 an hour because I'd gone viral myself so much. So my hourly rate I set like at $30 an hour. So it was like pretty decent. And then I got paid like $400 for maybe I don't know how many months it was exactly. Like I think it was just like a month. Like the first was like a month. I got paid like $400 to manage someone's account. And so at this point, like I was making, I made like my first 10K online. And then at this point, like my next client on Upwork, I had my first like legit client. It was my first agency client. It was a mental health brand, and I was getting at this. I locked in a client for $1,200 a month. So, and this client stuck with me for a while. So that was super sick. Like that was like life changing. Like this mental health brand wanted content on all the big platforms, and I was taking their long videos, repurposing them into short videos so they can explode on social media. And I was writing the captions and posting the content. So I think I might have did that like all myself the first month. So it's like all profit pretty much. But either like midway through that or the next month or something like that, I ended up hiring some people to help me with this, because I'm like, this is good, but this is too much of my time, like way too much, and like I want to get more clients that I can just keep stacking. So I hired like a copywriter, someone to write the captions. I hired then someone to edit the videos. Actually, yeah, I might have, like, now that I think about it, I probably hired, I think I hired a video editor like really quickly. Like, I think I made like 3 of their videos, 4 or 5 of their videos or something like that. And they actually like did really well for the client. And then I was like, wow, this is going to be a lot of content to be making all myself, editing it, writing the captions, posting it, like so much. So I immediately hired an editor, hired someone to write the captions, and then I hired someone to do the posting. So that way, like, I could just really focus on like communicating with the client and just making sure that we're just growing, and so I can just keep getting more clients. So yeah, this is how I made my first 10K online. I know this is like a long video, and I was really trying to make this video a lot shorter, but yeah, that was my journey of making my first 10K online. So yeah, the chronological order was basically mix and mastering on Fiverr. I sold the beat, right, for a crazy amount. Well, it seemed like a crazy amount. Like, yeah, it is pretty crazy. And then selling ads to musicians on Fiverr, and then I got paid, through that local client. I was getting paid a lot from social media, TikToks, Instagram Reels, and then ultimately went to Upwork to really like bring things, like scale things up a good bit, like to get a 1.2K recurring per month client. And so, yeah, that was my journey of making my first 10K online. And like, I also want to emphasize that to really like make sure you lock this in really well for yourself, and that way you capture the right opportunities, and that for you to attract the right opportunities, like you really should be, well, I don't want to say you should be, I don't like saying that, but for me it was really important to use the laws of nature, law of attraction, and manifesting my reality, and bringing these incredible clients, and bringing these incredible opportunities into existence, like making my own synchronicities in order to make this happen. And I think that was a really big part of it, because when you're constantly telling yourself like, yeah, I'm making 5K per month online, like that was a thing I did. Like, I wrote that on my board, or I wrote that on my wall. Like, I put it on a piece of paper, and then I put it on the wall, and it said like, I'm making 5,000 per month online. And I was just repeating like things like this to myself, like that I'm successful, that I'm attracting great opportunities, that I'm making money from expected and unexpected sources, and that money just flows to me. Like, I was just repeating this stuff all the time, every single day, and so that really like helped keep me going, and really helped keep my confidence up, and really just help me stay locked in. Because without that, it's like you're like letting the wind just take you to wherever the wind goes. Like, you're letting like life just take you to wherever life goes. Like, if you're not like constantly working on your mindset and how you feel and the things that you believe, like, you want to make sure that you have, like, it was so important for me to make sure that I had the right mindset and the right belief systems around money, then that I was abundant and that I could make my own money online. And so yeah, this was a fun video. I hope that you found this valuable. My intention with this is hopefully to inspire you to take that leap and to start making your own money online. If you want to learn, if you want to get more tips and advice on how you can do this, how else I was able to do this, and really like make a lot more money doing this, and actually make this into a 6-figure income online, how I was able to do that, then let me know. Subscribe for more. Hit that like button and comment abundance if you're ready to start making your own money online. Okay? All right. Peace. Oh, please keep your mind at ease. It's obvious.